Can you? Oh, there I am. It was taking so long to load. I was like, oh no. It's like, surely I didn't have a mess up on my immediate comeback. Hello, long time no see. Can't be here long, but I'm here. No worries. Hello, Raven. Welcome in. We'll be back later for the rest of the stream. No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, Alejandro. Can you say 6-7? Okay, so I have a confession to make. I don't know what that means. And I see it all the time. And maybe this is just the boomer in me. I don't know what 6-7 is. I think it's funny. I saw one video and the guy was calling out like burger numbers at a fast food place, and they were counting him down as he got to 6-7, and then the whole restaurant went crazy. And I was like, I wish I understood. I really wish I got it. I don't understand. One of these days I'll figure it out. But I guess before then, yeah, I can say 6-7. I don't know what I'm saying. Hope it's not bad. I don't think so. I see people, you like juggle your arms with it, right? Like 6-7. I'm sorry. I know I'm rambling, but it's been on my mind for a while. I've thought about making a video on it. I don't understand. But it's been a while. I hope everyone's doing good. Some apologies are in order. It's a meme from a song. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I always forget that this is like a Google search away, and then I'm always just too lazy to do it. Also, I'm using new headphones today, so if my volume is a little out of whack, let me know, because all my audio settings on my OBS were set to my old headphones, and I tried to do some quick tweaking before going live, but I don't know if I did the best job at it. Light flex, but if it's the video I'm thinking of, it's the In-N-Out next to my house. You're joking. That's so cool if it is. He's counting down. Like, for some reason, they were counting. He started at 70, and then it got to 69, and then 6-8, and then he said 6-7, and he did the hand juggling thing. And I don't know. I don't get it, but I see everyone else enjoy it, so I'm like, you know what? I can enjoy it too. I can enjoy it too. Some apologies are in order on my end, because I didn't post anything while I was gone, and that's on me. That's on me. I posted like one short. The biggest bump in the road is I never gave Meet my login info. And then I realized that like halfway into my trip, and I said, you know what? At this point, we'll just roll with it. And then I know there was supposed to be. I shouldn't be laughing about this. I should take myself seriously. I'm sorry, but I know I also said there is going to be an Ace Attorney long form video coming out, and it is still coming out. And deep down, here's what happened. I told myself I was gonna edit it on the plane. Deep down, I knew I wasn't editing that video on the plane. I knew in my heart of hearts that wasn't gonna happen. So I don't know what witchcraft I used to convince myself that I was going to edit the video on the plane, but it was never going to happen. I was never going to do that. But I'm pretty persuasive if I can even convince myself that I could do it. Because I get on the plane and I get really motion sick, and so it takes a lot just to not get motion sick, you know? And so I was like, oh, I don't know if I can edit. And I didn't want to bring my computer, so I only brought my iPad. Disaster. My bad. That's on me, because I did say that it would come out. So I apologize for that. But it'll come out at some point. I'm hoping in the next like 2 weeks or so. I am so busy right now trying to catch up with work. And then I've got like a bunch of family stuff to go to. My cousin just had a wedding. My other cousin has an engagement party. I'm a very busy bee coming back from my vacation. So it took you like 6-7 minutes to decide. Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna look it up right now before I start, because if I don't, I'm not gonna know what's going on. What is the 6-7 meme? The 6-7 meme. This is the AI overview, so take this with a grain of salt. The 6-7 meme is a Gen Alpha and Gen Z internet trend that began on TikTok and Instagram. The meme has no single meaning and is often used nonsensically as an inside joke. Its origins trace back to a rap song and its association with a basketball player. Is that the LaMelo Ball? It is LaMelo Ball. The meme seemingly derives from the song Doot Doot 6-7 by Skrilla, which features the recurring lyric 6-7. LaMelo Ball is also associated with the trend's inception due to his 6'7" height. Are you kidding me? Is that it? You know what? I can't. It's funny. Now that I know the origin, I can't go back and be like, that's it, because I've laughed at it. It got famous from some random kid saying 6'7" and doing the juggling hand motion. Well, there you go. Honestly, sometimes that's like the funniest stuff, though. Sometimes the funniest stuff is the stuff that doesn't really make any sense, and that's okay. It's a little bit of brain rot, you know what I mean? Some brain rot's good in moderation. Okay, well, I won't make this stream super long. We'll probably play through Ace Attorney, and then depending on how I'm feeling, we'll either do the Japan overview on this stream or on the next stream. It'll probably end up being on this stream, depending how long the Ace Attorney stream takes. This is some sad music. Holy moly. That was really sad. We'll get the Ace Attorney banging music on, though, because we start Justice for All today, baby. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. As always, volume. I don't know how it's going to be with these new headphones. We're about to find out. Dun, 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 dun. Gonna leave chat. See ya. We'll be back in the middle of gameplay. Well, I'll see you then, Raven. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you again. Ace Attorney Justice for All. If you don't know, this is the sequel game to the first Ace Attorney that we played, which we finished literally right before I left for Japan. And I figured, what better way to get back into the swing of things than starting with the second one. I'm gonna be real, like, honest. I was gonna play Valorant, but it just seems. First of all, my internet's kind of whack right now, but also, it has been kind of crazy getting back into the swing of things and getting back on like a schedule and getting into the habit of like posting and editing videos again, just because I wasn't doing it for like a whole month. So I figured this was also a way for me to just do something that's very normal to me and very comfortable. Hopefully I'm not very rusty. We'll see. As always, let me know about volume. I think my microphone should be good, but game volume might be a little bit different because I'm using different headphones. So let me know if the music and the background noise is too loud and or too quiet. Episode 1 of Justice for All, the last turnabout. My throat hurts today too. I've been really sick since I got back. It's been jet lag, really. I haven't had a full night's sleep where I slept through the whole night since I got back. How did I get into this mess? Oh no. We're starting off hot. That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh. Is that the judge? Am I dreaming? I feel like I'm dreaming. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. No, Your Honor. Oh. September 8th, 9:08 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. This is the second game, right? I feel like we're picking up out of nowhere. What a nightmare. Okay, it was a dream. This is really loud, right? It's really loud for me. And I bet it was this ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Who the heck is this guy? What? Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but he seems like he's got like a Yu-Gi-Oh design a little bit, doesn't he? He'd be a villain in Yu-Gi-Oh. I missed what he said. Did he just frame us for murder, or did he try and kill us? I don't know what just happened. A few minutes later, District Court Defendant Lobby number 1. Ouch, my head is throbbing. And why does it feel so foggy in there? Oh, he hit us on the head with the fire hydrant. Good morning. Good morning. You don't look so well. People are at their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Is that true? Are people at their best first thing in the morning? I mean, that's when I get a lot of my work done. Really off topic, but you should play 99 Nights in the Forest. What is that? I'm not against it. If it's a horror game especially, I'm all for it. I've just never heard of it. Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that. Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Never mind, you're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. I feel like maybe I'm off, but I think that what's gonna happen is we've been hit over the head with the fire hydrant, and so this first case is gonna be like a tutorial, right? So we have to relearn everything because we just got hit in the head and our memory is hazy. That's what I'm going with. That's my theory. I don't know if that's actually true. It's a game on Roblox. Oh, I don't play Roblox all that much. I mean, I could. I haven't played Roblox in a very long time, though. I think I'd have to re-download it. I'm placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix, right? All right, so we're defending this girl. Life in my hands. You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty. Oh, yeah, I'm out of it. Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. Bird? Is that their name? Yeah, that makes sense. They got bird feathers. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever. What is this girl babbling about? I'm glad that at least we're as confused as Phoenix is to start the game. Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange, and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Sorry. I'm afraid to ask, so this might sound bad, but, who are you? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I'm not. I just got hit over the head really hard. I didn't mean it like that. Is this how a defense attorney treats his clients, sir? I can't believe this. No, it's just, I think you have the wrong person. Yes, I'm... Who am I? Oh, yeah, I got dementia. I certainly have a concussion, right? Why am I drawing a blank? Uh-oh. The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her attorney please proceed to the courtroom immediately? Trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm sure we can figure something out. I guess I must have amnesia. That was the word I was looking for, not dementia, amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl, I said I'd prove her not guilty. Can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Yeah, Phoenix, we make a lot of those. We make a lot of those. That's okay. We haven't failed yet. Tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from? Gulp. September 8th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 2. I moved this over a room. Oh, no. Did I just see who I thought I saw? Yeah, oh, no. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Oh, it was him. No. I hate pain. He's so annoying. His voice is so loud. Objection! Is he always gonna... He's probably always gonna be the very first trial attorney, like the tutorial attorney, right? Oh, man. I thought we were done with him after the first game. What is it, Mr. Wright? Oh, sorry. Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? As I'll ever be, Your Honor. I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Hey, what's up? What's up, Gloves? How's it going? How's it going? Nothing much. What's up with you? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a second. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of... Oh, the court will not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Interesting, because the last trial of the first game was also a member of the police. Therefore, we must make this trial fair, but swift. I believe I've told you this before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten. Well, Your Honor, it seems like I've forgotten a lot of things. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. How many episodes have you done? Well, this is the first one of the second game. So this is Justice for All. I finished the first game a couple weeks ago, so we're just starting the second one now. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, I can't do it. Yes, I can. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. What, turnabout? Turnabout 1. A policeman? You did what to a policeman? No, Phoenix, she didn't do anything to a policeman. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. I hate him so much. I hate him so much. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. Let's see what you've learned, buddy. I've never lost a case. At least that I've played. I don't know what the backstory is, but I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Oh, a fruit fly. Okay, and who are you again? The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe. Oh, it's the All-Star game out of the gate. That's what I'm talking about. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. If all I can say is if Payne can't beat me when I have amnesia, he might have to actually rethink his career. It might be a problem. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know. You work under that detective? Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me. He's such a wonderful guy. I'll never forget what he's done for me. He is wonderful, isn't he? I mean, who's that guy? Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe. Do I have to do the noise the whole time? I don't know if I can. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Expose Park. Here we go. I hope I'm not too rusty. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches on the upper path. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. Oh my god. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah, yes, this autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? I see everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. I think Payne is the only person I've ever actually given a voice to. Crime photo 1 added to the court record. The victim fell from the walking path above. Now then, I recall at yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Sure, yeah, I guess so. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? No. To be honest, it's not. There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, yes. Yes, I have. It's just nerves. Give me a second. Everything's fine. Don't worry. How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were a pro. All right, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. I was right. This is just our tutorial for the first... That's why we got the amnesia. It makes the tutorial easy. Info about evidence and people involved with this case are all listed there, sir. You can look at the court tab by pressing... Or you can look at the court records by pressing tab. Here's the court records. All right, so we've got our all-important attorney badge. A cell phone. Found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. We've got Dustin's autopsy report. Time of death, 9/6 at 6:28 p.m. from a broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. We've got glasses found under the victim's body. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. And then we've got the victim, or a photo of the victim falling from the walking path above. Okay. It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. I'm talking to my client, Your Honor. I'm learning how to open my court record. I've never done it before. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record, see what I can find. What was it again? Tab? All right, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? The glasses, Your Honor. That's simple. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. I'm glad that the judge is walking me through this and half doing my job for me. That's very kind of him. It's very kind. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held on to them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found at the crime scene are not mine. I swear, sir. Are you sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on the same day I accidentally stepped on mine. Oh, I'm sure this would be a cakewalk if we didn't have amnesia. A coincidence, she says, huh? Your Honor, I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? Payne taking a page out of Edgeworth's book and saving some evidence for the day of the trial, huh? And this evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. Payne! He's been doing his homework. He's been practicing. I'm more impressed than I was in the first trial. Decisive evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Well, I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. Well, I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be that it was the killer. Also, he wrote it in very nice cursive. Maybe he was going to write, Maggie, I love you, you know? This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see your name is written very clearly here. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood? The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2, added to the court record, a photo of the area around the victim's hand. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious, the victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you, those glasses aren't mine. And how do you explain his dying message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty. All right. We'll see. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. We're so back. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but, sorry. What am I supposed to do? If this was my lawyer, I would lose my mind. I would be sweating buckets. I would be much more nervous than she appears to be. She seems pretty laid back given the circumstances. If my lawyer didn't remember who I was, oh, we would have a serious... I would ask for a trial postponement. I'd have no choice to, right? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witnesses' faces. Get in their faces and, do what exactly? Guess there's no way around it. I'm gonna lend you a hand. I mean, what does she even need me for? She's just defending herself. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from the court. which means they lie from time to time. Okay, but I don't think, to be fair to Gumshoe, I don't think he's lying. A lot of the times they're lying. I don't think Gumshoe is like purposefully lying. Isn't that detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Okay, there we go. Like that detective. He does sort of look like a scatterbrain. Oh, Phoenix, if only you knew. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to expose their lies. All right. Say less. I just hope you can help me through it. Oh, I let my coffee sit for too long. It's cold. I'll put up with it. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be all right. All right. Here we go, Phoenix. Cross-examination, decisive evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. I gotta get more info out of you, buddy. Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. This music's a lot more calm than the other cross-examination music. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. Hold it! Even with my amnesia, I still got the same old cadences, huh? The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but was the name that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard to say she's not the culprit. Hold it right there. That's a pretty bold assumption. And you're certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground? There were scratches on his fingers from the rough sand, and there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It certainly seems that the victim was written, or that the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then we're in a lot of trouble. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. I'm glad you're all pumped up, but I really want to see your special move, sir. I have a special move? Do I have an ultimate in this game? Is it just my objection? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Oh, that present evidence. Duh. How could I forget? Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes, the great Phoenix Wright is back. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Oh, that's right. I heard that lately. You can present not only evidence. Oh, you can present people's profiles now. That's nice. Sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. That's actually really helpful, though. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. That's actually really cool. Okay, so we can now present people's profiles. So we've got 4 profiles to work with. We've got Maggie Bird, we've got Dustin Prince, him, and Dick Gumshoe. Gumshoe's only 31? Dang, he's built for 31. Dude's a full-fledged adult. Alright. She's a policewoman. The victim and a policeman seems he was dating the defendant, even though Maggie seemed to deny it. The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. I couldn't have put it any better myself. I want to present this to the court simply for the fact that I want them all to see this. And Gumshoe. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if there's any more that I can press on before I present any evidence. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the one she's wearing in her ID, pal. What should I do now? I mean, yeah, we should definitely continue pressing, right? But he said that they were only sort of like her prescription. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have any more definitive proof? Is there something, like, clearly that links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's. Something like that. What? I see. So there is no proof. That was amazing. Thanks, all I did was press Q. I could totally feel it down in my gut. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name when he landed on the ground. The culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. Oh, he spelled Maggie wrong. Maggie's M-A-G-G-E-Y, and I'm pretty sure that the picture... Oh, wrong picture. The picture is M-A-G-G-I-E. How did Maggie herself not catch that? Was that the name of my client? The defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Aha. Well, buddy, do I have something for you? For the first time in the second game. Objection! This evidence clearly reveals that contradiction in your statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? Wait, no, they are! Alright. Getting something wrong in the tutorial stage. Nice. Good way to start there, pal. Good job. But it clearly had the defendant's name, Maggie. Huh? Oh, I'm dumb. I was supposed to submit the profile. There we go. My bad. Phoenix? You got it. Come on. Out with it, buddy. What is it? What? Let's come over me. Without thinking, I just blurted out, "Objection!" And I yelled it at the top of my lungs, fingers outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush. Oh, we're back. We're slowly crawling back. Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal? Yeah, this is one of our best friends right now. Please state the defendant's name for me. Oh, there it is. I did not miss that. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer. Yeah, make him answer. The defendant's name, if you please. Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is the Maggie Bird. Da-da-da. I think someone needs to check the court record. What? It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah! It looks like the bird caught the cat napping. Ooh, Amnesia Phoenix got some good puns. The wittiness didn't go away either. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled M-A-G-G-E-Y. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. How about that? I hadn't even noticed. So the detective on the case didn't notice. The victim didn't notice, but I noticed in my... I have amnesia and I noticed. Okay, Payne, I get it. Inside voices, please. I hate him so much. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. Hollow, I am back. Hello. Welcome in. How's it going? Been a while. I'm back, and we started Justice for All. We're going through our amnesia phase right now. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover? If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. Boom, 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 boom. I see that. This case is so silly, at least. So I pretty much have pinned it as it's a tutorial case, right? Like, I did the research beforehand. I was like, oh, it's only like, I think the first case takes like an hour runtime or so. But how you been, Hollow? How have things been? Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Witness testimony, Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. I thought Maggie told us that they weren't like that. Maybe they were. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Maggie, Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know, because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Boom, 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 boom. This game has a lot of good moments and character growth and whatnot, but sometimes feels like sort of a filler game. It's still got really enjoyable moments, so I have heard about one trial. I've heard about one trial that is way longer than it needs to be, and I think it's in this game. I've heard it's very long. It doesn't have to be that long. But we'll see. I'll be the judge of that. But yeah, I hear that sometimes the game is a little bit slower than the first one. But I also don't always mind that. I like slower paced stuff. I've been good. Just been into Pokemon more than anything. Ooh. Okay, what you playing? Or what you watching? Those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright. All right. Dustin and Maggie's cross-examination. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. They're not paying you either, huh, buddy? We should start our own business. Bring in some good cash, you and I. If only I had gone on that trip. What is it? Nothing, sir, really. Anyway, aw. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Cobblemon. Yes, okay. I've heard of Cobblemon. Okay, is that different? Because I also know that there's like Pixelmon in Minecraft. It's Pixelmon, but I don't know what the difference is. But I saw, I watched Giga on Twitch, and Giga was playing Cobblemon. I think they were doing like a Cobblemon tournament. It looks cool. I'd like to try it, honestly. Marriage, but wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? What? You saying a guy's got to marry someone the same age as himself, pal? Well, no, that's not what I meant. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know. A year apart? No. Oh, no, that's right. Dustin was 30. I think this fella has a ways to go before marriage. Mind your own business, pal. Also started Ghost Trick, another game by Shu. It's really good. Definitely recommend. Ooh, Ghost Trick. Is it the same kind of like visual novel? Or is it like more of like a platformer type? Cobblemon's greater than Pixelmon. Much more visually appealing. I did notice that the Pokemon looked better. The Pokemon looked a lot better. Does it still have all the same stuff like the EVs and the IVs and everything? That's pretty cool, man. Minecraft, I never played it a lot growing up, but it seems like nowadays you can do a lot of cool stuff with it that's like outside the base game. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday. Hold it! The day of the incident, you mean September 6th? Yeah, the victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day, and since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man. Very different, but still mystery with lots of murder and stuff. It's really fun, though. Okay. Ghost Trick. I will look into it. Maggie, Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Okay. Well, what was it? Over 2 months ago. Yep. She's a very considerate woman. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. I get a press on the baseball glove. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago? Yeah. Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance? Nah, nothing like that, pal. Well, what do you mean, nothing like that? She ordered it. Oh, custom made? That's pretty sweet, actually. Custom made? Glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Hey, guys, I think the glove was custom made. Does anyone know if the glove was, pre-made or custom-made. I haven't been able to... Whoa! Sorry, Payne. Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Trying to focus on the Ace Attorney case, but I'll admit this is the least favorite game in the first trilogy. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. Keep that to myself. Don't want to spoil the vibe. No, you're good. You're good. But, oh, you got it from Etsy? I hear it's a different one. We'll see. We'll see. It would seem that there's a little relevance. I will say, I hope that the music is more intense in the future trials. The music's kind of like mellow for this first trial. It doesn't make me feel like I'm winning. Do you think this glove is really relevant to the case? Sure, why not? I'll let everything rip. I don't know where this will lead me, but of course it's relevant. That glove is the... Okay, I don't know if it's the key to the whole case, but... Writer is being rushed and literally wrote a lot of the cases while drunk? You're joking. Holy moly. I do hear that the anime takes one case and the case is better in the anime, where usually the cases are better in the game. But I hear there's one case that has a little bit of problems, and the anime fixes a lot of those problems. Maggie's cool. I do like Maggie. Bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Right I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it'd take. This is great. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well, if you are that convinced, then let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought that glove with me today. And why didn't you say so earlier? Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's very... That's a very yellow glove. If you know what the Savannah Bananas are, this looks like a glove that the Savannah Bananas would wear. You know what I'm talking about? They're like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball. They're really cool, actually. Baseball glove added to the court record. A birthday present from Maggie to the victim. It was custom made. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow, and that's why you had to special order it? Yep, that's right. That and one other reason. Well, what is it? I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that's true, it brings up an important question. Why did he misspell her name? Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground. Why did he literally cut her off, rude judge? I know, he's like, well, sure, the glove's important. Now, moving on. Maggie deserves way better in general? Oh, do we get to see more of her? Is she not just going to be like a one-case wonder? I hope we see more of her. Writing on the ground. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. Okay. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm the victim wrote this name with his right hand. Oh, but the glove's a left-handed glove. This is too easy for me. Don't pay attention to the one health point that I lost. Just click the wrong button, I swear. But it's easy. A perfectly logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Yeah, I don't even need to press. Well, actually, before I get too cocky, let me make sure that the glove... Yeah, this is a right-handed glove, which means he's left-handed. I'm left-handed. I wear a right-handed glove. From this, we can confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. I still got it. I still got it. She's not key to the series or anything, but she's reoccurring. Okay, cool. Cool. Look at side character. At least in this game and the investigation series as occasional promo art. All right, all right. Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Can you tell the court what is so special about this glove? Left-handed, how cool? What's your blood type? And maybe your social security number. I don't know my blood type off the top of my head. I also may or may not know my social security number off the top of my head. So even if you were trying to scam me for information, I don't think I could give it to you. But I'm sure you know what? Here, let me go get it really quick. I'll read it off to you. You want my credit card number too? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. You know, being a lefty kind of stinks though, because when you're in school, it's probably less of a problem now. I don't know how often kids write in school nowadays, but when I was in school and I was writing, I would always get pencil lead on my hand, because when you're right-handed, you're never going over the stuff that you've already written. But when you're left-handed, you're like writing stuff, and then your left hand, so you're writing left to right, is always rubbing over what you wrote. And so by the end of the school day, my hand would be like the side of my left hand would be filled with lead. It was really gross. It was kind of nasty. I've heard about the woes with scissors too. Okay, I never really got the scissors thing. I never struggled with scissors. I don't know if it's just because I always had like universal scissors. I don't know if that's a thing. But if there's a problem with scissors, I must have just learned early on how to do it. I still use my left hand, but I've never struggled with scissors. Except safety scissors. I could never use safety scissors. And maybe that's the reason. It's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Oh, here's some good music. Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand. That is why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again? That's easy. It's the right hand. Wait a second. Baby case. Case for babies. Give me some credit. Give me some credit. I'm smart. Baby case, baby case. Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. Oh, pain! Objection! Object. No, sir. Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. If nobody knows anything about baseball, this could be a tough case. Like, if you know absolutely nothing about baseball, I could see you getting stumped there. Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggie is... No, it's not possible. Mr. Payne, keep it together. Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. Oh, Payne. I feel bad for Payne. I mean, don't get me wrong, he brings about his own demise. But imagine going to law school for however long you have to go to law school for in this universe. And he's in his 50s. I assume he's been at it for a long time now. And he's losing to a guy with amnesia. I didn't even know my occupation 10 minutes ago. And we're cooking this full-fledged attorney. Baseball is an incredibly popular sport in Japan. Oh, you're right. I'll show you a picture later. I went to a game in Tokyo. I actually bought a jersey too. I have a Tokyo Giants jersey now. Dude, they love baseball over there. It's so cool. Honestly, like the baseball games there are like European soccer games. People like stand. When your team is batting, the cheering section stands and you like sing and chant at the players. It's really fun. It's really fun. I was curious if you had seen anything there. Oh yeah, dude, baseball's really big. The game was one of the highlights of my trip. We'll go over some stuff that I did, either this stream or the next one. I feel like I can breathe again. Seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor? Well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. Thanks, Bird. Aren't I? Aren't I great? Leaves America to go to Japan and goes to a baseball game. Listen. Actually, so I only went to one in my 3 weeks I was there, but had there been the opportunity to go to another, I would have went. But I went towards the end of my trip, and they weren't playing the next day. They had an off day, so I couldn't go twice. But if I could have gone another time, I would have. I really liked it. It was really fun. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. Oh, Phoenix, you don't want to retire when you see the bank account. We don't have enough in there. I will now announce my verdict. Whoa! Payne, relax, bro. I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? The prosecution is... it's not finished yet. That's gotta be contempt of court, Your Honor. Please, take him away. We would like to call our next witness to the stand. Can he do this, Your Honor? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? I'm guessing it's the guy... Look, I'm gonna bet it's the guy that knocked us over the head with a fire hydrant. I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during this recess. Can't let my guard down. It's only gonna get tougher from here. I do admire that although he has amnesia, Phoenix is locked in right now. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I've got to do my best. He doesn't know anything that's going on. It was more strange that the judge was trying to declare a verdict. Usually he forces Phoenix into finding the murderer. Wait, that's a good point. What would we have done? What would what would we have done if he ended the trial right there? I do this guy's job for him every week. You're right. Court is adjourned for recess. All right. To be continued. Do. Oh, different tune. Save your progress up to this point. Yeah. Oh, geez. Okay. We'll just start overwriting our old saves. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 1. So we were in there for about, what, hour and a half? Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer is trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. I'm good, thanks. I think I'll pass on this one. I mean, listen, I got hit in the head with a fire hydrant. I feel like I almost certainly have a concussion. Repeat blows to the brain, Maggie, probably not the best idea at the moment. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. We're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix, right? What a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. This is, what, a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay, there's some numbers written on the back. That's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card added to the court record. I hand wrote my cell phone number on the back. I guess for now, we should stop talking about me and start talking about the case. Case? Yeah. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know? What can I tell you? Can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Whoa. What incident with what cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Hurry up and tell me then. This could be very important. It probably is. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. That's the same ringtone that our phone had. Oh, and the guy heard it. Okay, I'm starting to piece it together. The guy heard the ringtone coming from our phone and was like, oh, shoot. They're going to recognize this ringtone, maybe? All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Hey, she's wearing a blue Badger shirt. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it has anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up. You were here. Oh, who is this? Oh, no way! No way! We're so back. We're so back! We're so back! Maya! This is so lit. This is awesome. Now, I don't know why she's mad at me, but this is awesome. Maya, long time no see. Maybe she can use her powers to get us our memory back, huh? Gotta rep the Blue Badger pride? I guess so. I thought she showed up at the end of the case. I guess not. I hope she gives us our memories back. I called you 1,000,000 times, but you wouldn't pick up. When I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now, who the heck is this? Phoenix is our partner in crime, or our partner in defense. Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too? Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. So it seems like she's been back. She's not coming back for the first time. It seems like she's been back. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? Has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. Looks like these guys are up to no good. No good? As in, there's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list added to the court record. A list of unfamiliar names and phone numbers. Members of a con artist group. Maya would have it be crime if she had it her way, but like fun crime. Yeah. Like setting off fireworks, you know? Caleb, what's up? Long time no see. How you been? Welcome in. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Oh, look at me. Where did you get this list from in the first place? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they're from. So it wasn't our phone? You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. Tell me about it. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Aren't I like 23? Come on, cut me some slack. Cut me some slack. I forgot about the stream, so I was late. No worries. I'm late to just about every stream. I can't fault anybody for being late. Good to see ya. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oops, guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. You don't have to. Wish us luck. 24 now. Oh, okay. His birthday is supposedly around October. Oh. Him and Press have similar birthdays. I mean, mine's the end of November, but I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Maya. Can you, like, do something here? Help me out? Help me, just like, I don't know. I'm sure you can, like, channel the old Phoenix and get me my memories back, right? Recess was about 10 minutes. 11:54 a.m. and we're back. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words. What is it? It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient. Nope. There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness. Your Honor, my witness is kind of a jerk. Can we just cut him some slack? What's happened so far? Nothing really. This is the beginning of the first game. This is really like the tutorial trial all over again for people who skipped the first game. So someone hit Phoenix over the head with a fire hydrant. I'm assuming it's the guy who did the crime so that we wouldn't be able to pin it on him. And so that's how we have to relearn everything, right? Because we have amnesia. The prosecution calls its next witness. It's a fire hydrant, right? Isn't that what it was? Am I wrong? A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Wait, was it not a fire hydrant? Yeah, it's this guy. This guy's definitely the killer. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Fire extinguisher. Oh. You're right. The fire hydrant is the thing that goes into the ground. You're right, you're right. My bad. If he did hit him with a fire hydrant, that would be crazy. That would be crazy if he found out how to rip a fire hydrant out of the ground. What happened to Edgy? If we faced Edgeworth in this trial with amnesia, we would certainly lose. I think there's also 1 or 2 new prosecutors we'll meet in this game too. Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something. Alright, go ahead. Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk. Did I? But I will not stand for that. Now you've tinted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I was supposed... Whoa, he's talking really fast. Okay, everything... Top grade quality... I can't read this fast. I have a rigorous selection. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on. Edgeworth has not been mentioned. May be dead. We come out of amnesia, and Edgeworth's gone. What is he? A human chatterbox? I like his design, I'm not gonna lie. I know he's a murderer, but I think he has a good character design. He looks cool. He's kind of like Gant. I have to question him. He seems like he's from Yu-Gi-Oh! Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. Is Maya from the other game? Yes, oh my gosh, Caleb, I didn't even realize you only saw the last trial of the first game. Maya was in every trial up until the last trial. She went on a trip to like hone her. She's a psychic. Oh my gosh, you've missed so much. She's a psychic medium. And she went on a trip to boost her psychic abilities. And now I guess she's back. I wasn't expecting her to be back so soon. Maya's the OG Emma. She's our normal partner in crime. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down? I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. Don't apologize to him, Your Honor. I forgive you. All right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were. PH drifting. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Ahem, Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy, out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I am... Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again, taking a walk. You know, What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington. Yeah, this guy, talk about a yapper. I thought I was a yapper. Witness testimony, what I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. Time of death, 6:28, okay. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of a pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. The banana? That's probably the glove, right? The banana's probably the glove. He could never beat Wendy. Wendy? Who's Wendy? No. No. Please don't tell me. Is that like a D's nuts joke? I'm gonna get ahead of it just in case. Oh, old bag. Whew. I thought you got me for a second. I was like, oh no. My snack is Cheez-Its and ginger ale. Ooh, I was eating Cheez-Its today. Well, they're off-brand Cheez-Its, but they're Cheez-Its. That was certainly a decisive witness testimony. He could never beat Up Dog. What's up, dog? Oh, Maya, you're here now. Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said? That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client? You mean Maggie? Yeah, and if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy's lying. Bum, bum, bum. You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies. All right. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. What is your life? This is more just because I'm curious. What is your life situation? So you were at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university. No-name? Trashy? What university did we graduate from? Does she know Phoenix lost his memory? No, I don't think so. I don't think she does. Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. I don't... That arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. We're gonna have to press on a lot of this, I think. How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you. This guy's mean! This guy's really mean. Answer the question. How do you know what time it was? Tisk, tisk. I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. Your Honor, he's guilty. I don't know if I have the evidence to say it, but I want this man locked up. He's ticking me off. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, it's even in this picture of the crime scene. Does that say 6 o'clock? I'm really bad at reading times. This says 5. This says 7 o'clock. But the crime took place at 6:28. This is 7, right? Because 6 is the very bottom. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept... Oh, okay, here we go. I'm not even going to try. It's like the Animal Crossing characters. Sorry. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. I'm curious. I'm going to limit test myself. Am I being too cocky here? I'm okay with losing a little bit of health here because I'm not going to lose this case. But he says it was 6 p.m. and this clock shows 7. You know what? I do believe it was past 6 p.m. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. He doesn't say a little past. He says past. So we won't object just yet. We'll see if we can get something else. How did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. You should be an attorney. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle practically... Who wants to do the mobile game recommendations again? You got another one? On my trip, I started playing Baseball Superstars 2012. I played that game so long ago when I was a kid. And I started playing it again. But it's so old now that if you connect to the internet, it like crashes. So you have to play the game in airplane mode. But it's just as fun as I remember it was when I was a kid. That's what I've been playing. Baseball Superstars 2012. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. Shouldn't that statement have come first? Welcome back, Raven. What did I miss? Nothing really. We've got the... Maya's back. That's what you missed. Maya's back. We've got the probably real murderer on the stand now. That's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured that out yet. Oh, but we still have amnesia, and Maya does not know that we have amnesia. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Well, okay, I know the banana is probably the baseball glove. Banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. Like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? Yeah, Mr. Astute Observation. Mr. I can pick out any occupation from a glance and can't get a baseball glove differentiated from bananas. And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's got to be lying about the bananas. He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix. My client's innocent. There's no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means, if we can somehow show he's lying, yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. Is everything okay, Nick? Oh, Maya, we're just going through it a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, yeah, Miles is dead. Rest in peace, Miles. Okay. The only other thing I saw was the bananas. Objection, Your Honor. Please take a look at this hideously colored baseball glove. I guess it's not that bad. It's not for me. It's not my cup of tea. But it looks good when the Savannah Bananas wear it, so. I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Edgeworth has not been mentioned at all. Yeah, no, Edgeworth's not here. Edgeworth's most likely alive. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? Baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... No, why is this guy so pressed about the bananas? It's not that big of a deal, is it? Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness loves bananas, has bad eyesight, or knows nothing about baseball. Oh. As Hollow would say, baby case, case for babies. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Why are you asking me about all this all of a sudden? Oh, objection! I don't think Miles is in the majority of this game. Oh, really? I guess I'm not surprised. He had a lot of time in the last game. Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. I don't know if it really is. I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse. Oh. And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then? That's because I lost them recently. Oh. Did you now? Did you lose your glasses? Very, very interesting. Oh, damn, that's pain. Trust me, I know. I'm already tired of him. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away, but, you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Ugh. How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who rejected... That joke's getting old. Which boils down to you were not wearing your gloves or glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. Objection! But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yeah, it's his life. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Sounds like an Animal Crossing character. Who is the guy? If you ever played Animal Crossing, this is what this guy reminds me of when he talks really fast. I think it was a mole. I think the mole's name was Rossetti. And if you used autosave rather than saving before you turned off your console, Rossetti, the next time you logged in, would give you like a 5-minute lecture on the importance of manually saving your game. And they took it out of Animal Crossing New Horizons. But that's who this guy reminds me of when he talks really fast, is Rossetti. I think that's his name. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. I don't think it was. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. Interesting. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away, which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that that girl is the murderer. Rossetti's still vaguely there? He's the guy who will pick you up and teleport you to town hall if you get stuck? Really? I don't think I ever got stuck. Interesting. I don't think I ever got stuck. I'm about to log in and get stuck just so I can see him. Just so I can see my old pal. Man, he would yell at me all the time when I was playing City Folk on the Wii. I never saved my game. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. What happened next? There's a lot of times going on here. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they got there within 10 minutes. So they got there before 7 o'clock? This says 7 here. And it certainly doesn't look like there's any police on the scene. I'm gonna present this. I'm gonna limit test. See how good I am. Because we got some health to spare. Alright, I tried. I figured. I thought maybe I was onto something. Nook phone, yeah. You can just call them on your Nook phone? You can? I didn't know that. Have you ever thought about playing Hollow Knight or Silk Song? I have. I've not played either yet, so I would start with Hollow Knight since I think Silk Song is like a direct sequel. But I have thought about playing it. It seems very cool. I've never played a game like that before. So I have thought about it. It's on my list. Because I've been watching some people play it. I've actually been putting off watching a lot of streamers play it. So I've been watching less streams lately because everyone's playing it. Because I don't want to get spoiled. So yes, I do plan on playing it. The girl in the upper path. Okay, here we go. The girl in the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away just like that? Yes, she did, and she saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, she ran away the instant she saw you. How could you tell if it was my client? Pain! Relax, dude. It's not that deep. The witness has already answered that question. He stated that the defendant is the culprit. That is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. I'm not going to get more information out of him. I have Hollow Knight, but only got to the third section and stopped playing. Is it hard? I hear sometimes it can get kind of hard. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. How do you know what time it was? The detective told me. You know which one I mean. That one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey, pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. Yeah, you tell him, Gumshoe. Tell him from the stands. It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I was wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time. Oh, Gumshoe. Relax, we're gonna get him. I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond? They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. It's considered the Dark Soul. Oh, really? Ooh. So that means it's kind of hard, right? I'm down. I like challenging games. I'm down for challenging games. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.? They got there before that, I think. Okay, we're going to resubmit the photo. I was onto the right thing. Wrong photo. I was onto the right thing. I think I just submitted it too early. I feel like I should be more excited for Gummy as he is a big crush of mine, but he's a bit rough in this game. Hopefully I regain my excitement. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day, but suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. Can't find anything out in the ordinary of this testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Yeah, I guess I should. Interesting. I wonder... They must have... I'm going to try submitting this again. But because I think I submitted it on the last thing last time. Are we going to fail the tutorial? I'm not... Listen, I'm not fully locked in since it is like the tutorial case. I'm more just like chilling, hanging out. But I also don't want to fail it. So we're going to save our game here real quick. I'm gonna save our game. One of my favorite characters got amnesia, one might be dead, and the other is complicated. We'll get there. Rough time during the creation of the game. Yeah, rushed process from what I understand. We'll see, we'll see. How is it as long as the first game? Long as the first game without the DLC of the first game, because the DLC of the first game was like half the length of the entire the entire whole game. I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45. Hold it. Immediately, as in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that in your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. I'm trying. Okay. Probably same length? Okay. Okay, the girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Oh. If you immediately called the police station, and the crime took place at 6:28, then, no, of course you didn't immediately call it. Objection. You waited about 17 minutes, sir. Mr. Wellington. Is this supposed to be like beef Wellington? I can't tell. Larry's still one of my faves next to Maya. Okay, good. Good. I like Larry. Oh, he's a mixed bag. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hollow Knight depends on what ending you want. Wait, there's different endings? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot. You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny that? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Objection! The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. Objection! 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Boom. Mr. Wellington. Yes. Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Oh, we got him. Telephone? Telephone. Spit it out. Lay it on, Phoenix. Don't let off the gas. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone there. Are you happy? You lost it. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? Yeah. Who could do that? Who would lose both of those things? You'd have to be real dumb to lose your phone and your glasses. Yeah, couldn't be me. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard of... There's more characters that are introduced in this game that I absolutely adore, would cry over them. I've seen one of the prosecutors from like the promo art. The girl, I think she looks really cool. Press, what did you do? Listen, I'm really bad about losing things. I am very scatterbrained. And when I come home, I just throw my stuff everywhere. No matter how many times I told myself I'm not going to do that. The worst I've ever done is I lost my keys and I was looking for them for so long. And they were in my refrigerator. I don't know what they were doing in there. And I don't know how they got there. And I stopped looking for them, which is how I found them. I don't know how my keys got in my refrigerator. But yeah, that I misplace things a lot. I get it from my dad. My dad also misplaces things a lot. It kind of runs in the family. It's always in the fridge. Yeah, it's silly me not checking earlier, right? Prosecutor is one of the characters that you're excited about? Yeah, dude, she seems cool. She seems really cool. So, like, did you put it in there on purpose or accident? On accident, for sure. What probably happened, so, like, what I'll usually do is, like, come in and I have a hook on, like, literally right next to my door so that I can just take my lanyard off and put it on the hook. And I never do it. I'll either throw it on my chair or throw it on my couch. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating that I can't make myself remember to put it on the hook. But what probably happened was I came in, had the lanyard like dangling around my neck, went into the fridge to get like water or something, and then just took it off and like threw it in there. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. Kaiju number 8 got another volume? What volume are they on now? I only own up to volume 6, but I think I've read up to volume 8. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Well, we're certainly going to question further. Oh, dang. 14? I got some catching up to do. I started reading some good manga on the plane I'll talk about too. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. Here it is. Oh, looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. I don't like this guy's attitude. I like his scarf, but I don't like his attitude. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? Yeah, I do. Your Honor, the witness's testimony doesn't make any sense. I don't believe there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you, Payne? We're gonna give Payne just like a little like hand, and he can just raise his cardboard hand when he has to make an objection and save us all the trouble of having to listen to his ear-piercing objection. I've been reading Record of Ragnarok. Ooh, I've heard good things about that too. I watched a YouTube video on that a couple of years ago. Can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. All right, let's have this proof then. Please present the proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Can I look at this any further? No. Why didn't he have to look for a public phone booth? A list of con artists and their phone numbers. I want to look at this. I can't open it. Anime is horrible, but the manga is good. That's what I hear. I hear the anime was lackluster, but the manga is like incredible. Speaking of animation, I saw Demon Slayer. Holy moly. What a good movie. I mean, this phone here. Take that! It's very simple. This is the evidence that backs up my claim. And yet again, you've presented this court with an obtuse, meaningless item. Obtuse? Meaningless? I don't get you at all, Nick. Why do you think you wouldn't need to look for a phone in the first place? Well, that's because I was looking at the evidence and it just hit me. I thought, hey, he really didn't have to look for a phone. Then why don't you hurry up and present that piece of evidence? Now, what was that piece of evidence again? Okay, so at least we're not going to get penalized for this one, huh? At least we're not going to get penalized. All right. Why wouldn't he have needed to find a phone booth? Wait, wasn't there one? Yep, there's one right here. There we go. Take that! It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo? Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. It's a phone booth. That's correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Got him. Got him. Order. Objection! What is reporting the crime a little late proof for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? He's gonna choke himself if he doesn't loosen up on that scarf. Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was gonna return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright, do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? I have somewhat of an idea. I'm sure we'll figure it out along the way. Press, have you checked out Hades? I have not, but I have a couple friends that have highly recommended it, so it is also on my list. They have highly recommended it. Let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Thank you for letting me know, Your Honor. Thank you for letting me know that. Just go ahead and throw a save on there, just in case. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there is only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Why didn't the witness call the police right away? I mean, it makes sense that it could be the phone. I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm pretty sure it's the phone. And I can't check this. I mean, it's gotta be the phone, right? It's gotta be. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be convinced. There are 5 Hollow Knight endings? Oh, dang. Perhaps. That was just an idea I thought I'd throw out. Nothing crazy. I suggest that perhaps you should find a better piece of evidence. Of course, Your Honor. My bad. My fault. Ouch. Please present to the court the one piece of... Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Oh, why didn't the witness call the police right away? Because he didn't have his glasses? Because he had to flee the scene of the crime? Because he had to write the name? Maybe because he had to write the name? I don't know if that's conclusive evidence. A list of con artists and their phone numbers stored on the cell phone Maggie found. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? I'm gonna go with this. Perhaps. Okay. It seems a bit obvious. Does it? Does it? Alright, hang on. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Get my detective hat on here. Kind of dangerously close for the tutorial, I'm not gonna lie. my brain was off for the first half, you know? I had to give him a handicap. Pain needs a handicap. I think I see it. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Okay. Pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. The victim fell from above the walking path. The photo of the crime area around the victim's hand. You think you know it? Really? Okay. She got in contact with its owner, but they never showed. Time of death, 6:28. Found under the victim's body, so he wouldn't be able to see anything. But why didn't the witness call the police right away? Probably because he had to... I would say he had to clean up the crime scene, but he didn't do a very good job. Was it this? I can't inspect this, which is why I don't want to say it. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Rip it, rip it, rip it. Oh! Okay. This is like... Alright, this one's got me a little bit. This one's kind of got me. Alright, why didn't the witness call the police right away? Is it the glasses? I guess it was. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah, where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are, in fact, yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Boom, boom, order! Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Price grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. That makes sense. That makes sense. I saw it. He didn't because he know. Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make the call. Ooh, my favorite Kaiju no 8 character. I really like... I'm really bad with names because I haven't read it in a while. Who's the male captain? And he's kind of short. And he uses a sword. I like him. I like him. I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about? He has a side story spinoff too. I think he's like, it's like Kaiju number 8 side B or something. Hoshina, yes. Levi, yeah. Yeah, Kaiju's Levi. Are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that's precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. This is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Bum, 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 bum. Order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I've done it before and I'll do it again, and I'll keep doing it. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation to why you're not the murderer. Why, that's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you could read, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggey, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But... Wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie or Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Well, there was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Either from the cell phone? But I think it's from this list. This is how. Am I supposed to take this as evidence that the defense doesn't know what's going on? They throw me off. Yeah, they stop the music sometimes when I'm right or when I'm wrong in this game, and it makes me think that I'm right. They throw me off. Oh my, that's a big hit. The defense will receive a penalty. That's a big hit. That's 2 bars? The last one was only 1 bar. Why are we going 2? Please think carefully before presenting your case again. Yes, Your Honor. Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defense's name? Remember what you said on the call to that stranger? Not really. phone since if he heard her name. Yeah, it's the phone then, right? I knew it had to be one of those. Take that! I just want to use this dang list that I got. You didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you? What? Payne, I'm cooking here. Please. Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Hey, I feel like the judge bullies Payne about as much as he bullies me, and I appreciate that from him. Process amnesia, maybe a little bit. I'm just jet lagged. I'm just so jet lagged. Yo, I'm so late. Hello, Mario. How was your trip? My trip was good. We're gonna go over it in a bit here once we can wrap this case up. It's good. How you been? Where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there's some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murderer? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Oh, is this yours? I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. Sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. There we go. Is that a sleeveless hoodie she was wearing? That's kind of stylish. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? The client's name is M-A-G-G-E-Y, but the name that was written on the ground was M-A-G-G-I-E. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Order! She's styling. I know, I like her fit. Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright? Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Are you sure, Nick? No. If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive. Uh-oh. I didn't get to save my game. A list of con artists and their phone numbers stored on the cell phone. Oh, Maggie found. Oh, we finally get to use it. Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You've looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artists group. What? Con artists? Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington? This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. I don't know about that. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the number of a group of con artists on his phone? Wasn't that obvious? The witness is a member. Looking into it, a member of the group. Don't know about that trust fund, dude. Yeah, he's certainly guilty. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That's why you had to kill. No, this is too much. We get him right then and now? That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I I got you now. That police officer. Whoa! Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Why are you standing up for this guy? You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
But please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Is this the first suspect?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, besides the defendant. Besides, what was her name? Maggie. They said it enough times. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Ms. Bird to get his phone back. Why, then, would he need to kill anyone? Well, because she can memorize the names, and she's already linked them if she saw the contacts. What does the defense think about this? Think about it logically, then it makes sense. Save. Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the scene of the crime that made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? Yeah, sorry. I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? Something that didn't agree with the witness. We can present profiles. Is it that he's a cop? Is it that simple? Yeah, because he's a cop. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Okay, we're back. We're back to cooking. Payne is a smug old man. Yeah. He's been in this business for a long time, but he's not very good. Oh, he was in his attire. The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they'd already run a check. And he went into a panic, is what you're saying. That's right. Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform. Wow. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are... Oh. Whoa. Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence. Evidence! That guy's really... You've been waving around, talking about the suspicious phone call. Suspicious phone call this. Suspicious con group that. They're all on that phone, but who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence. You want proof that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. What? He's going a little bit insane, isn't he? Went gear fifth for a second there. He was all over the place. It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. This cell phone, there has to be something I'm overlooking. There's gotta be. Save our game, save our game. The phone's stored numbers or fingerprints on the phone. I don't think stored numbers would help, but fingerprints might help, right? I got it. We should check for fingerprints. Yeah, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington's must have left a few prints on his phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. Why would I do that? You said there was sand all over it, so wiped it. Oh, Phoenix. Pretty thoroughly, too.
Oh, man. Well, that's kind of a throw on our end, isn't it? It's oh so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can't check the numbers stored on this phone. Why? It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. Oh, is that so? You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington, what's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where did you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you are too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, now I remember. Oh, did my memory just come back to me here? Your brain has put all the pieces together? My brain's so tired. Like I said, I haven't had a full night's sleep since I've been back. I keep waking up in the middle of the night because my body keeps thinking that I'm going down for a nap. And so I'll sleep for like 2 hours and then wake up. It stinks. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. I finally found it. Boom. And that's when I got hit with a fire extinguisher, not a fire hydrant. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's gonna get off scot-free. I know, and I know this phone has to be his, but how am I supposed to prove something like that? Ah, Mr. Wright, if you're gonna prove who's the owner of that cell phone, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short. I mean, we did still prove our defendant innocent, right? I mean, technically, it's not my job to find the guilty guy. That probably lies more on the police. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am. The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Raise an objection. I feel like if we wait and see, he'll just walk off, right? Please wait, Your Honor. Oh. All right, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove what, Mr. Wright? Well, everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions. You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright? All right, fine. Please, Your Honor. Very well, but this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm really tired. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. Do you fully understand? I do, Your Honor. Whoa! I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period... the cross-examination period has actually ended, Your Honor. Yeah, I know Maggie would not be guilty after this. We have all but proven Maggie's innocence. I think we're good. I think we're good on that front. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, your last chance. All comes down to this. Go time. Please present one piece of evidence that will explain everything. I don't... One piece of evidence, and it's just gonna explain everything? Probably the phone. Probably the phone. I don't think the autopsy would really prove much. The glasses we've gone through. The victim falling here, I don't think adds anything. Neither does the writing. The glove, I feel like has we've already used it twice, right? Then we've got Phoenix's business card. I don't know why that's in there, but I don't think that it's any useful to us. And then a list of con artists and their phone numbers. We have no choice but to go with the phone, right? Is this your final answer? Oh, he didn't like that one. No, that was just a friendly gesture. Haha. You sure know how to send a... Oh, this is your absolute last chance, Mr. Wright. Oh, no. Okay, so like we technically lost. I would like it known, though. We trolled in the beginning. Just so we're clear. This is not an indication of how good I am at the game. We did a little trolling. We did just a little bit of trolling in the beginning. We're fine. We're fine. Okay. We have to prove once and for all everything with one piece of evidence. Pain. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. One piece of evidence that will prove everything. Bro lost a baby case? No! Sorry, to be fair, it's a hard baby case. I feel like this is kind of difficult. Okay. Please present the one piece of evidence, that will explain everything? Found under the victim's body, pieces of nearsighted lens. Is it the glasses? Take that! Oh, he didn't... Oh, okay, he didn't like that one either. This isn't a baby case. This is a very hard case. This is a very hard adult case. Payne brought hands this case, I'm not gonna lie. Payne brought hands. It's not that hard. Okay. Please present one piece of evidence that will prove everything. The one piece of evidence that proves everything? That proves my client innocent and proves this man guilty. The one piece of evidence. I wonder if your mind will implode later in this game. It has some crazy cases. Oh, what a bad time to be jet lagged. That's going to be my excuse for today. And you're all going to have to deal with it. It's fitting that Phoenix has amnesia and I have jet lag. Okay. So it's not the cell phone. And it's not the glasses. What would be the one piece of evidence that will explain everything? Is it the autopsy report? Body's also covered in bruises. This one photo doesn't really prove everything, does it? I think it's because you're tired. I think I'm rusty. You know, I'm nervous. It's been like a month since I streamed. IRL debuff? Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I don't know, man. My business card? Please present the one piece of evidence that explains everything. You've forgotten a random piece of information that you need in this exact moment. That's so unfortunate. That is actually so unfortunate. Oh, fucking brutal, man. Just absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Okay. Okay. You've forgotten one piece of information that you need in this exact moment. Let me present one more piece of evidence. And then if I can't get it, don't tell me what it is, but tell me the piece of information that I'm missing. I'm going to submit this. Take that! He didn't. He didn't like that one. Okay. I'm gonna load. And I'm not asking for the answer. But if I'm missing a piece of information, you know, maybe I don't think it's cheating to get that from me, right? I don't think it's cheating to get, you know, it hurts a little bit when you brute force. Okay, well there was reasoning behind it. Okay, so the reason that I went with that was because it had everything that we talked about, right? It had the telephone booth, it had the body, it had witnesses. That's why I went with it. You know, it wasn't total brute force. It wasn't like totally. One more piece of evidence. Well, we're doing that for the 5th time now, unfortunately. So I don't know if you've actually forgotten. I feel like telling you would tell you the answer, but let me mention some information that Maya mentioned earlier. I haven't used my business card. I can't see this being important. Maya said she had called you multiple times, but you didn't pick up. Why would that be? Because I was hit on the head. She called me multiple times, and I was hit on the head and passed out, which is why I couldn't answer. What shows that, though? I mean, like, it's gotta be the business card. It's gotta be. Or, I think it's the business card. Ah. Would you like to see my business? Oh, it worked. It worked. Crime scene photo 2 was him writing Maggie's name in the sand. But why? Because it'll show 2 missed calls, and the judge will be like, why are there 2 missed calls? Okay, before I go, I'll try and logically make sense of it. So it's my business card, and it's got my phone number on the back. No, I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. I'm gonna explain to you right now. I'm just pulling my Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright canonically objects and then figures it out later. So I'm just doing my Phoenix Wright impression. I objected. Here, let me tell you. Let me put the pieces together now for you. So my phone number, right, is written on the back of this business card. And Maya called me twice. I didn't pick up because he hit me on the head with the fire hydrant. Because he has my phone. Because he has my phone. He has my phone. And I have his phone. We traded phones. No, that's dumb. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah? Uh-huh. Wait, is that it? Is that it? Oh. Sorry, I have low latency on, but I don't have ultra low latency on. Did I get it? Did I get that right? Oh, we got it. Okay, cool. Woo. All right. Took us a second there, huh? Please have one of mine. Judge's business card added to the court record. Thank you, Your Honor. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Huh? Right now, but court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to do. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to do, taking my phone might be up there, buddy. Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could almost swear that you're holding my phone. No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. Are we back? We're back. Oh, it is the Steel Samurai theme. I didn't even realize it. You're right. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. What an idiot. I guess I can't really be saying that. What is Steel Samurai? That was one of the cases in the last game. It was an actor in a TV show, and that theme was the theme song of the TV show. So that's what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he's become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding is Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. Ba-ba-ba-ba! That is all. This court is adjourned. Yay! September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Aww! I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Huh? I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of food, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced every kind of natural disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe. That's a skill issue. The other one's valid. That one maybe not so much. Dang, that's crazy. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters. That is pretty bad. Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. That's right, you were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh, I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything's all my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm gonna find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll find a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then. Aww. After all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name. You bet I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. There you go. Baby steps, Maggie. That's what I'm talking about. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. You gotta go? No worries, Mario. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you again. Good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves, too. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. Who are you? Aw. What? I thought you said you got your memory back. Only some of it, I guess. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Oh, did she hit me? Probably. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a really good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man. Debatable. Who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. Valid. And problematic for a judge. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. Pain. The devil. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. And this girl, Maya? You finally remembered. This is Maya, my assistant. For example, Earth to Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. That's actually true. Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick. Let's do our usual burger joint. Alright. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since you came back into my life. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Oh, flashback. Flashback case. Oh, that's different. Interesting. So we'll be working toward that case that we just did. Interesting. Huh. Save your progress up to this point. Yes, please. Alrighty, from an Ace Attorney standpoint, that's all. But if you guys want, I'll run you through some of my Japan stuff. Oh, what do I want? We'll do a nice LaCroix. We'll make it quick. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. But I did a lot of cool stuff. Do. How do you not realize the numbers were not the ones in your phone? I was wondering the same thing. I'm wondering if he just did like this game was written in 2002, 2004, early 2000s. So you could easily just go into a phone and essentially brick it. Like you could just take everything out all at once without even looking at it. And so I'm assuming that that's what he did. The new case is the case from the anime after the first game. Oh! Interesting. I wonder if the anime just skips this case then. I bet they do. Okay. Hang on. Let me pull up my stuff. I hope you guys are okay with no background music. Because I want to make this maybe into a YouTube video too. And it's not, listen, it's a really bad PowerPoint. It's literally just pictures and me talking about the stuff I did. But it's cool. I had a really good time. Let's see. I think it's this tab here that I had set up for it. So here we go. Japan. Give it up for Japan, everybody. So I was there for about 3 weeks. And it was very fun. PowerPoint slides. It was very fun. I had a really good time. I learned a lot about myself. I also learned about, I'll definitely be doing a trip like this again. I would say the next time I go, I will do the same amount of time, if not maybe even a little bit more. However, I would stay in less places. I got really tired of bouncing hotel to hotel. Did you bring us back anything? Okay, so I actually did, and I forgot to put it in here. So I'm going to post it to Twitter and YouTube. But I got... It's a Phoenix Wright and a Miles Edgeworth. They're little plushes. They're little mini plushes. And they're really cute. And so I'm gonna put them on my desk. But I don't have a picture of them now, and I forgot to put it in the PowerPoint. But I went to a Capcom store when I was in Shibuya. I went to a Capcom store, and they had a bunch of Ace Attorney stuff and other stuff. They had really big Ace Attorney plushes that I really wanted, but I just didn't have any room in my suitcase to bring them home. So I got the mini one. So I'm going to put them on my desk. I'll find a spot for them. I'll post a picture to Twitter, and then I'll post it in the YouTube community tab too, though, at some point. They're cute. Edgeworth has glasses on it. I said, oh, when did Edgeworth's eyesight get bad? Because he doesn't have glasses in the first game. Anyway, first stop was Tokyo. Tokyo is really cool. If you don't know, it's the largest metropolitan, I believe, in the world. It's huge. Left side is taken from the Tokyo government building. I believe that's in Shinjuku. And then this here was taken from Tokyo Tower. With how big Tokyo is, I am amazed at the public rail transportation system. Look at this landscape. You can get anywhere here quite literally within like 40 minutes by taking the train. It is nuts. And this also, like this second picture here, this isn't really just a Tokyo thing. It's kind of a Japan thing as a whole. They do a really good job at, even in their very urban cities like Tokyo, making sure that sections of nature and cultural landmarks are very, very well preserved. And so like it quite literally is, you're walking in the city and then you walk across the street and you're just in all of nature. It's really cool how they do it. It's really awesome. Edgeworth's not dead. No, Edgeworth's not actually dead. If Edgeworth got killed off screen, I think the fandom would riot, right? Pretty Sun? I know. I love sunsets. I didn't get to go to as many as I would have liked. I know all these city names because of JJK. There you go. Do. You don't know. I guess that's true. They could off screen him. You're right. They could. Anyway, that's just like, you know, overview of the city in general. I also did a lot of cool stuff there. This is a Tokyo Giants game. I bought a jersey. Like I said, so I actually I bought my tickets in the like super fans section because I was like, if I'm going, I might as well do it right. And so, like I said, Japanese baseball games are very much like European soccer games, where at least, I don't know how it's structured at every stadium, but in Tokyo, the Giants fans, the home fans, they're in right field, and then the away fans go in left field. And when each individual team is batting, their corresponding supporting section stands up and does a bunch of cheering and singing, and just like you would see in like European soccer. This was taken before the game. I don't have a picture during, but this was taken before the game. All these seats filled up. It was packed. Tokyo's team's actually really good. They have two teams. They have the Giants, who went to the Japan series last year, which is like their World Series. And then they have the Yakult Swallows. I didn't go to a Yakult Swallow games, but they're pretty bad from what I understand. And then I went to the Tokyo National Museum. They had a bunch of cool stuff. Now, I will say, a lot of the cool stuff I wasn't able to take pictures of. Just because you can't take pictures of some of the stuff in like the museums and some of the landmarks. And like I went to a show in Kyoto that was like a bunch of old traditional styles of entertainment. So they had like 1600s comedy. They had, I'm probably going to say it wrong, like geisha dances and things like that, and puppet shows. It was really, really cool. But I couldn't video or photograph any of that. So I did a lot of cool stuff that isn't here. But this was in the Tokyo National Museum. They had a whole room dedicated to like old like swords. And so this is an old katana. The hilt's missing, but I thought it was very cool. In Shibuya, I went to the Pokemon store and the Nintendo store. Very, very cool. This is also where the Capcom store was. There was a Sega store. There was a Godzilla store. And then this is pretty cool. Raven, you're probably going to like this. They had just opened up a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure store. This was the coolest thing in the Shibuya Mall, in my opinion. They had like the stand arrow on display. They had all of the manga lined up for you to buy. They even had, I don't know how many of you have watched JoJo's, but if you've seen at least up to part 3, you know the Darby brothers, right? And the Darby brothers, one of them challenges Jotaro to a video game. And the video game is called Oh, That's a Baseball. And they had the game. I played Oh, That's a Baseball. I struck out,
and I got a consolation prize. But they had it, you could play, oh, that's a baseball. It was so cool. You don't like it? Fair. I feel like JoJo's it's hit or miss for people. You either really like it or you're like, not for me. Because it's just so all over the place. It was really cool. So I struck out in, oh, that's a baseball. And then I did Akihabara, obviously, since I am the anime fan that I am. That's like Tokyo's electronics district. So everything in it is like anime related, VTuber related. This is one of my favorite VTubers, Ninamai Inanis, and she is actually a Ami Ami partner. Ami Ami is one of Japan's biggest figurine stores. And so she has a whole section of the store that's kind of cut out for her and her merch, and then merch of her gen mates and Hololive and stuff. It was very cool. So to be able to see that was super awesome. That's Tokyo. Kyoto, overall, my favorite place. My favorite place that I visited, if I were to like move to Japan, it would probably be to Kyoto. This is the Golden Palace. There's not much to do here outside of look at the palace. I don't think you can really go in. On a nicer day when it's not so cloudy, the gold really reflects off of the water. But this is the Golden Palace. That was very cool. You watched Neon Genesis. Ooh. Did you like it? My friend loves Neon Genesis. Loves it. I haven't seen it though, which is kind of crazy considering how long I've watched anime for. This is one of my favorite things that I've done. So this is the Senbon Torii, the 10,000 Torii gates. So this right here is a Torii gate. It's essentially like it leads you into a shrine at a deity that you then, offer your worship to. There are thousands of these as you go up the mountain. And it's probably like a 2-hour hike up the mountain. This is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Japan. But what a lot of people don't know is that it's open 24/7. You can go whenever you want. And so I was there and there was like nobody there because I went at like 9 at night to start my hike. And I don't know. I hope you guys can hear this. If this is really loud, I apologize. I'm going to turn it up on my OBS. But there's nobody out here. I hope you can hear this. It's about like 9 p.m. Whoa. Just me. Oh, some people are down there still. Yeah, there's a few people, but at this point there's so few of us that it's very easy to find your own space. I mean, this is incredible. But it was really cool. There's like nobody out there. And so to have like such a historical spot just all to yourself is really sweet, man. It's really cool. I went to the train museum. Is that your recording? Yeah, that's mine. That's my record. Everything you'll see in here is my recording. I went to the train museum. That was pretty cool. I went to the bamboo forest. And then the bamboo forest is where I started my hike. These are just a couple pictures from my hike. I hiked like all day. I think I logged like 35,000 steps this day. It was very cool. And very pretty scenes. Very pretty scenes. I watched the sunset over the mountains here. Then I did my hike back down. Did you see a bullet train? I did. They had them in the museum. I also rode it. I rode the bullet train I think twice. Because I rode it from Tokyo to Kyoto. And then I rode it. Where did I ride it from? Maybe I only rode it one time. Maybe I only rode it from Tokyo to Kyoto. But yeah, I did see it and I rode on it. I have train autism, but not enough to be an engineer maybe in another life. Oh, you would really like the train museum then. Because Japan has a really, really like historical railway system. And even now, like their modern railway system is really good. That was my hike. And then Nara. Okay, so if you don't know about Nara is it's just the city of deer. You know Nara Deer Park, there's a bunch of deer that hang out there. I kind of thought that the deer were just going to be in the park and the rest of the city was going to be normal. No, the deer, they quite literally like just hang out. They cross the street with people. They have free access to pretty much go wherever they want. And where deer here are so scared of people, because they don't ever see them,
I mean, the deer here, they've lived in Nara for hundreds of years. They're very acclimated to people. So they pay you no mind, man. They do not care. They do bite you. So you can feed them deer crackers. And if they see that you have deer crackers and they feel like you are not giving them enough attention, then they start to bite at your clothes and tug at you. So you give them the deer crackers. And so I fed the deer crackers to them. And they bow. They bow for the crackers.
Do you want one too?
They bow. It's so cute.
Oh, you want another? Can you bow? Oh, that's a good girl. Can you bow?
There's a bunch of signs.
Oh,
like how to
thank
properly
you.
feed them.
Would you like
They're
one?
very serious.
Can you bow? Thank you. Wow.
They're very serious about only feeding them like the deer crackers because, you know, I guess deers have very sensitive stomachs, and if you feed them any other food, it can be harmful to them. So they take that very seriously, which I appreciate. And it is just a really cool city. It's unlike anything, quite literally unlike anything I've ever done or seen before. It was very cool. Very cool. But man, you have to run almost when you get your deer crackers from the shop because there's a bunch of deer that just hang outside the shop. I made the mistake of taking out the crackers as soon as I bought them. They were gone in 10 seconds. So then I had to take some and hide it, and then I walked a little bit to where there were less deer, and I could do it a little more peacefully. Should never feed wildlife something they can't digest. Exactly. But they were very serious about it, which was good to see. That was Nara. I only did a day trip to Nara, but I also went and saw the giant Buddha. I think it's Todaiji Temple is what it's called. The picture does not do it justice. These are huge. I cannot emphasize how large this thing is. The picture does not do it justice. This thing is huge. Then I went to Osaka. To be honest, Osaka was more of my relaxing thing. There's stuff to do in Osaka. I could have gone to Osaka Castle. I could have done a lot of things. I'm going to be so real. I was so tired by this point. I had hiked almost every day in Kyoto, probably logged like 70,000 steps in 3 days. I gave myself permission in Osaka to just kick back and relax. So I went to parks. I read. And then I went to like Dotonbori, which is like a little party street, and I had a couple beers and some street ramen. It was very good. I did also your normal Osaka things. I don't get this. There's the Glico man here. I think that's how you pronounce it, Glico. And apparently this is a huge tourist attraction. Read any site on what to do in Osaka, and they're like, you have got to go see the Glico Running Man advertisement on Dotonbori. And I had to look up why it was so like significant. And apparently this advertisement has been there since like 1920, and there's never been anything else in the building. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Everyone was freaking out about it. I was like, all right, but I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see. I was more concerned. There was a screen next to it that had VTubers on it, and so I said, oh, that's pretty cool. So I don't know, but it was cool. So I saw the Running Man, and then I took a Ferris wheel. I rode like 3 Ferris wheels while I was there. Yokohama was awesome simply because the Okami Mio concert was awesome. This was Okami Mio's first solo concert. So if you don't know, in Hololive, there's a couple of different concerts that they do. Okami Mio is obviously in Hololive. She's a Hololive VTuber. And if you are a Hololive idol, you do 3D lives, and those are usually just on your YouTube channel. They're virtual. They're about an hour long. Then every year there is FES. It's FES. It's like a festival, and all the talents perform like 1 or 2 songs over 3 days or so. A solo live is like your own dedicated concert. And so Okami Mio had her first one ever since she debuted way like even before 2020. And so that was really cool. This was the favorite thing that I did throughout my entire trip, was to be able to go to this concert. Because it was sick, man. I had never been to a VTuber concert before. And I think I've talked about it before. I don't have a lot of people in my life that watch VTubers. I'm really the only one. And so to be surrounded by so many people that shared that hobby for the first time, it was really sweet. It was awesome. I had the time of my life there. And I didn't know that this was really a thing. I don't go to a lot of concerts, so it might be a thing here. But I had never seen it. all of her like fans, there's different fan groups, there's sponsorships that she's worked with in the past that all made like these flower arrangements for her to congratulate her. And I was like, that's so cool. I was like, that's so nice. And then I can't show anything, obviously, for copyright reasons, like recording wise. But this was just a screenshot of the concert. I'm somewhere in here. If you want to watch it, you can actually watch the first 30 minutes for free on Mio's YouTube channel. The first 30 minutes of the concert are up for free. And so if you wanted to check it out, you can. And then the other thing I did in Yokohama, I really was only there for this. The other thing that there was there was a HoloLive Wendy's collab. And so I went to the HoloLive Wendy's collab before the concert, and it was really cool. I felt bad for anyone who wanted to be in there to like actually get Wendy's because it was packed. It was packed. And so, yeah. I felt bad for anyone who wanted to just go get food that day. And then this was not even in Yokohama. I think this was in Shibuya. But an advertisement for the concert. Like, that's how big of a deal it was. It was very cool. If you had the chance, would you join HoloLive or one of the other big VTuber companies? I don't know. I've thought about it. It's always in the back of my mind. Isn't HoloLive only female talents? No. Well, I guess technically yes. HoloLive is female talents, and they have a male branch that is Holo Stars, and they're all under Cover Corporation. And so yeah, there are male VTubers in Holo. They're just called it's called Holo Stars. Whether or not I would join it, I mean, at this point, yeah. I mean, I would like to join some sort of agency just because it's good for faster growth. But the only thing with it, and this depends on the agency that you join. There's a bunch of agencies. Face Connect is one where you keep your IP, and now Face Connect only has a women branch, so like I couldn't go and audition to Phase Connect as Depresso, right? V Shoujo was another one before that thing hit the rail. V Shoujo was a company where you kept your IP, and so you owned your IP. If you were Depresso before joining V Shoujo, you could be Depresso after joining V Shoujo. You were the original Holo. I know you gotta sue, Holo. You gotta sue. Well, I don't know. HoloLive's been around since I think 2016, so I don't know. But when you go to like Holo Stars or Niji Sanji, you do have to give up your IP. So they actually will give you a character that you help to make. But for example, I could not apply to Holo Stars as Depresso and then go into Holo Stars as Depresso. I would end up as a different identity. And there's people who still manage both. Like there's people who will go into HoloLive, manage their HoloLive persona, and then still like keep in touch with their old persona a little bit as well. But that's just something that if you want to do that, you have to be willing to give up your IP, but then it comes obviously with really good growth opportunities and built-in management and stuff like that. So it really just depends on what makes sense for me at the time. Right now, this is chill. Like I don't think I can't even handle what I'm doing right now. I couldn't handle joining a corporation and having like actual responsibilities. But once I actually get my feet on the ground, I would never rule it out. Could you still keep Depresso? Not if I went to like a Holo or a Niji, or those are the two big ones where I know you don't get to keep your IPs. No, you would not be able to. I'm a decade over than HoloLive. There you go. Sue them. Holo, if you streamed, you'd be Holo Live. But that's it. Nothing crazy. That was my Japan trip. Very me. I learned a lot about myself, like I said. Problem solving skills. Oh boy. I got so good at problem solving that now I feel like when I come back and I have a problem now, I'm like, oh, I got this, which is cool. That's very nice. There's a lot of things over there that I really like too. Everyone uses their inside voices, which I think is really nice. And like no one plays music out of their phone speaker, which I also think is very nice when you're in public. So I do like that, and I'm gonna miss that. But it's good to be back. It's funny, no food pics. I'm so guilty about this. I almost never photograph food. I'm sorry. I almost never photograph food. I always wait till I'm so hungry to eat that by the time I'm eating, I just start eating it. I tried to photograph food. I took a picture of my crepe, but it was after I took 2 bites. And so it looked terrible. And so I'm like, I'm not putting this in the PowerPoint. But I got a crepe and it was very yummy. But before I remember to take a picture, it was already half gone. I do like politeness in public. Me too. Me too. But yeah, it's very cool. I feel like my Japanese got worse. It was so good. Not so good, but it was pretty good when I got there because I was so excited and so willing to like really put in the work. And then by the end of like week 2, I felt like my Japanese had gotten worse because I was so tired all the time. I didn't have the mental capacity to like actually try to understand what people were saying. So I definitely feel like, although I expected it to get better while I was there, it was like a bell curve. You know, it started at the bottom. It got pretty good around like the end of week 1. And then at the end of week 2, it hit a plateau and dipped. I was so tired. But even now, like, it's very nice to be back home. And I know, not that I'm eavesdropping. I don't eavesdrop. But it's nice that, like, I like have the general understanding of what's going on around me. Which is nice. And it's something that you take for granted because, like, when you're overseas by yourself, you don't talk to a lot of people. I didn't talk to a lot of people, right? Outside of calling my family, I didn't really, like, speak any English. So it kind of felt weird coming back and everyone, I could understand everything again. Speaking of tired, yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to call it. That was it. That was my Japan trip. That was Ace Attorney. I will try to have a schedule out as soon as possible. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be streaming again. It'll be next week for sure, sometime. I just don't know what days it's going to be. I'm going to go to a couple baseball games, I think, this week, which will be fun. But yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. I'm so tired. I'm going to hopefully sleep through the night tonight. Fingers crossed. I am not. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. The jet lag has been crazy, but hopefully we get it figured out this weekend so we can sleep in a little bit and see what we can do. But thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. I don't have the mental capacity to do my normal outro, so I am just going to tip my cap to you all, say have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next stream. See ya!